everybody, welcome to another episode of Totally Inspired. If you're new to this channel, my name is Sibo Dube, and this channel focuses on all things leadership and all things lifestyle. More importantly, this is a channel where we encourage one another as women and also encourage those who are interested in issues of women empowerment to actually be a part of this community, because we are looking at finding ways in which we can actually create opportunities for women so that they can be more and do more. So this is not about focusing on women alone, but it is a community where we can discuss issues which actually look into the holistic development of women as well as people of any gender who are interested in developing themselves. So if you're new to this channel, please look at the old videos that have been posted and uploaded, comment, share and like, and of course the most important thing is to subscribe. Well, today our topic is a very interesting topic. If you remember the last video that I posted, we had ladies from across the continent who were sharing some of the struggles that African women or women of African descent face. And one of the things that really struck me that was being raised quite often by the ladies is the fact that women need mentors, or rather they need to be in mentorship relationships in order for them to succeed. And for me, this is not only in corporate. I think if you're serious about personal growth, you need to be mentored in different areas of your life. And for me, mentorship should not be confined to corporate. You can be mentored in business. If you're an entrepreneur, mentorship is important. If you're somebody that is actually very active in your faith, you also need a spiritual mentor. But today, for purposes of this video, we'll be mainly focusing on the corporate side of mentorship, and of course, we will touch on business as well. So do hang in there, enjoy this video, don't go away, and please, when you're done, do comment, share your comments, and tell us what your own personal experience has been around mentorship. Maybe as a start, it is important to actually define what a mentor is. A mentor is somebody that has walked the journey ahead of you, somebody that is more experienced than you in the area in which you wish to be mentored. These are people that are experienced and can be able to tell you their journey in a specific area. And as the mentee, it is your responsibility to make sure that the relationship works and that the meeting sessions or the discussions that you plan to have are driven and pushed by you. So a lot of people are in the habit of approaching people that they look up to and asking for mentorship from them, and then sit back. As the mentee, make sure you're driving the relationship by ensuring that you push for those times spent with the mentor. I often get approached by a lot of people asking for mentorship. Of course, it is a tall order, and one needs to be careful if you are the mentor to make sure that if you do commit to mentor somebody, do understand that you must avail yourself as often as possible, or maybe let me say, be there when needed. The most important thing to consider about mentorship is that now we're living in a world that is virtual, meaning there's no human interaction. People are no longer meeting in offices. It is important that you do not disappear into the virtual space. By that I mean that there is no longer much face time in companies nowadays. A lot of people are meeting virtually, and that human contact has actually diminished. There is less human contact happening in office corridors. There are no longer T-station meetings that people are having, and that means it's even all the more harder to actually integrate into an organization or be seen as somebody that's adding value in the organization, or having those relationships which are really crucial for any person's career growth. With that said, I would like to emphasize the fact that it is all the more important that in this virtual world that we live in, it's important that if you are serious about a career and personal growth, find yourself a mentor and make sure that you're following up on the mentorship sessions and that you're making it work, so that you avoid a situation whereby you disappear into thin air and you're no longer visible in your organization. The nice thing about having a mentor, and actually this will be my second point, the advantage of having a mentor, especially in the times that we are operating under, is that this is the person that can guide you and help you in terms of presenting your desire, your career goals in meetings or in places that are very important. So have a mentor so that they mention your name in a room full of opportunities, especially if you've expressed your desire to be in a certain space in the organization. They know what your career goals are. They know what your plans are for the future. Then they're able to actually mention in big meetings where maybe there are issues of discussing the next move for people or reorganizing people in the organization, because there's a lot of that happening nowadays. Companies are restructuring a lot of their teams. And when you have a mentor, you've got somebody to represent your interests, especially when big decisions are made. I hope as you're listening to me, this is helping you along the way, and you already have that person in mind who you think could actually support your cause in the corporate space. Thirdly, mentors are important to help you sharpen your skills. Mentors are those people that have walked the journey much longer than you have. Maybe you are in the same professional space or you are in the same type of business. They know the ins and outs of the space that you're still a novice in, where you're still grappling to understand the industry or to understand the profession. A mentor will come in handy to guide you as to how you can sharpen your skills, how you can move a little bit faster than you'd ordinarily move on your own. They have the information, they have the know-how, they know the streets of your profession, and that way they help you to actually avoid certain detours that you would actually take because of mistakes or lack of information. They help you because they've walked that road before. So mentors are crucial and important for people who are looking to avoid wasting time making the mistakes that others have made before, because they've been through that journey. A lot of times I often wish I also had the privilege of knowing these things much earlier in my career, and I would have avoided certain things which made me maybe take longer or make unnecessary mistakes along the way. But anyway, all the experiences were worthwhile, I must say, because there was always something to learn from mistakes or from things that were I may have viewed at that time as being delays for me. Nonetheless, let me go back to the main point to say mentors are there to sharpen your skills. They're there to help you avoid unnecessary detours and unnecessary mistakes because they've been there before you. Another reason why it's all the more important to have a mentor, and let me talk to people that are coming fresh from varsity or newly qualified people. When you find yourself a mentor, you are able to translate the theory you've learned at varsity or the theory you've learned from your studies through this person that is your mentor. In other words, mentors are people that bring in the practical elements of what you have studied theoretically at varsity or wherever you were training for your profession. They bring in the light to you to actually take that theory and put it into practice, because they will explain certain things to you based on experience and not on theory, because they've been in the game for much longer than you have. The other interesting thing about mentorship, and which I really love about having a mentorship, is that mentorship relationships are long-term. A lot of times it's not a once-off thing, it's a lifetime thing. This is somebody who is by your side as they watch you move from one stage of your career to the next, or moving from one stage of your business to the next. They're there to hold your hand, they're there to support you, they're there to cheer you on. So if you don't have a mentor, you're missing out, because these are your lifetime cheerleaders. I must say, from my own personal experience, I've been part of mentorship relationships and programs. I really value those relationships because they're lifetime. Even when it was within a structured setting, after the sessions are over or the time period has lapsed for the projects that we're doing in mentorship, I found myself, I haven't let go of those relationships, and it happens so naturally. It's not forced, it is so natural, it is so fulfilling for both myself and the mentee. And what I've learned is that being a mentor doesn't mean you're the one that knows everything. Mentees also have a lot to offer. I have learned a lot from my mentees. I have learned so much from the value that they add in the relationship. So looking at it both ways, those relationships are lifetime relationships, long-term relationships that are worth keeping. So if you don't have a mentor, I'd like to advise you to go and think very deeply about your goals, the desire that you have for your own personal growth, be it spiritual, be it career-wise, or be it from a business setting. If you're an entrepreneur, look at the goals that you have, the things that you want to achieve, and find the person that will really fit in, the person that has walked the journey before you, that you feel could actually help you to reach your highest potential, cheer you on in this journey, and give you sound and meaningful advice. I hope you found this session informative. I certainly have enjoyed sharing with you. And as I talk right now, I am thinking of those young graduates in particular who are coming in new and fresh, particularly in this season of COVID-19, where there is no human contact as much as we used to have before. It is all the more important that you find yourself a mentor. I cannot stress it enough. Well, thank you for joining me once again. It's always a pleasure to be on this session. I hope you will like, you will comment, and you will share with those that you feel need to hear this message. Well, until next time, I look forward to our next connection, our next video, where I'm going to be sharing content that is going to inspire you, because this is what we do on this channel.
So there you have it, queens. Hope you had been inspired by today's video and that you'll go out and be more and do more, because you deserve a full life. Before you go, remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of this inspiring content, and do share my link with your circle of queens. Until next time, keep inspiring.